What's up everybody, sorry this is a little bit late, but as you know we were in Tampa yesterday meeting some Liverpool fans. It was a really busy day for us. We didn't get a chance to record this last night when we got back, and it would have been really late in the UK when it was going out anyway. So let's talk about the Napoli game yesterday, and before I get to the actual match itself I want to talk about the incident that happened beforehand. Two Liverpool fans were attacked in the city before the game, and from what I believe it was guys on scooters that came and attacked them at a bar. I want to have a massive shout out to Peter Moore and Liverpool Football Club for making sure that the guys were okay, going to the hospital in Naples and staying with them until they were comfortable, that they were safe and they were secure and that they were in no immediate harm. So massive shout out to Liverpool Football Club and Peter Moore for that one. Also I want to say, with Italian football, it's very easy for us to generalise this and blame Italian football as a whole, but there are too many incidents. We can't look at this from our own perspective as fans of UK football or English football and say that our shit doesn't stink, because it does. There are incidents in UK football that we have to look at ourselves about. We had racist incidents and things like that that we need to look at. But it's topical to talk about what happened yesterday now with Italian football. We'd seen the incidents with Romelu Lukaku, we'd seen what happened with Moise Kean last year and when he was at Juventus, and numerous other incidents, specifically around Cagliari, who weren't even punished for the Lukaku incident. Now, we know what unfortunately happened with Sean Cox when Liverpool faced Roma in the Champions League. Now we're after seeing what happened in Naples as well. And I don't think this is the first time Liverpool fans were attacked when facing Napoli in the European competition. Something needs to be done about this. It's very easy once again for us to be tribal about this and say that just because it's Liverpool fans it's the only reason that we give a shit. That simply isn't the case. I've spoken about this many times before. I've spoken about Manchester United fans when they've travelled to Spain and they've been heavy-handedly treated by stewards and match officials. It happens time again. It happens with police in Spain. It happens when other English clubs go to Spain. And it was Liverpool this time. It could be you next time if you're watching, if you're a United fan, if you're a Chelsea fan, whoever you might be. And I don't want it to happen to you. None of us want it to happen to any fans travelling to a game. Nobody should ever have to travel to a game to spend money to go visit a beautiful city like Naples, to go to visit beautiful cities all over Europe and worry about their safety or the safety of their friends or family. It simply shouldn't happen. UEFA need to act. It isn't for me to say what they should do. It's for the governing body to look at this and make a decision themselves. It isn't an isolated incident. That's really important to point out here. From my very limited understanding of it, there is a culture of attacking opposition fans in Italy. I'm not going to point at any clubs because quite frankly I don't have enough information to do so. But first and foremost I want to just say the most important thing here is that it looks like the gentleman will make a full recovery, and that is the most important thing. Now to get on to the game itself. I want to first talk about the performance of the referee, and I'm not talking about this yet from the point of view of the penalty incident. The referee I thought yesterday was terrible. We were getting no decisions from him. Again, I'm not blaming that for the loss. I'm just pointing out again that the standard of officiating just wasn't good enough in the game. Nothing to do with the loss. We lost the game because we lost the game. The penalty incident, it wasn't a fucking penalty. There's nothing else to say on that. It was not a penalty. People could say there was contact on with Robertson's knee on the player's calf. I don't care. It wasn't a penalty. You've seen the angle. He was going down. His head was tilted up. He was going down before he was even touched. You can say Robertson gave the referee a decision to make, fair enough. But therein lies VAR. Now, the referee made the decision, pointing to the spot, and VAR didn't see enough of an error to overturn that in their view. Why did they not at least advise the official to go and have a look at the screen on the side of the field, if that's still an option? Because things are changing so quickly it's hard to even know these days. In the Premier League that is an option, but it's something we've yet to see happen. It wasn't a penalty in my view. Opposition fans of course are going to come at me and say, Craig, look, it was a penalty. You're an idiot, you're a Liverpool fan. If it had been Mo Salah, you'd have been screaming for a penalty. And I fully understand the hypocrisy of football. I've spoken about it many times. I probably would have been, but it still doesn't mean it was justified. It wasn't a penalty. In the overall aspect of this, it's not a massive thing. We lost the game, fair enough. We're still going to go through in this group. We're still going to go through, and we're going to go through very handily as far as I'm concerned. I thought, as Jurgen Klopp pointed out, it was a very good game of football between two very good teams that almost cancelled each other out and paid each other an awful lot of respect. Napoli are a good side. They similarly do what we do to teams. They drag them over one side of the pitch, switch the ball very quickly. They also do what I like to call the Manchester City effect. The Kevin De Bruyne to Raheem Sterling move of getting the ball on one side and playing a deep ball to the back post, looking for Insigne or Mertens or somebody to be there, which we see with one incident that involved Adrian making a I don't even have words to describe the save that Adrian made from Dries Mertens in that game yesterday. It was absolutely outstanding. And one of the best saves you'll probably ever see. So look, the game in general, it probably wasn't our best performance. Yes, there was mistakes made. The pass, toe back from Virgil van Dijk towards Andy Robertson, where Robertson hesitated. Adrian didn't know what to do. It was just one of those things, and the game was probably gone at that point anyway. And that leads me into the next thing I wanted to talk about here, and that is the treatment of Andy Robertson on social media by a very small minority of people who I don't even believe are Liverpool fans, quite frankly. Now, I know Andy Robertson has had some bad reviews for his performances for Scotland, and that's up to Scottish fans to make that call. They're every right, it's their national captain. How they go about it, of course, needs to be done in a respectful and courteous manner. But that being said, for Andy Robertson to feel the need to remove himself from social media, I think that's appalling. Andy Robertson is one of the most hard-working, honest, down-to-earth guys. Does a lot for food banks, charities. You couldn't meet a more humble, nice, caring human being. So for him to feel the need to remove himself from social media, I think it's a massive letdown for everybody. It shouldn't be happening. He shouldn't feel that. He shouldn't even have to consider that. And I know anybody watching this video will not have said anything negative towards Andy Robertson in the way that, I mean, I've seen images of him being hung. And I know these aren't Liverpool fans. You know they're not Liverpool fans. You know that the more these type of things are highlighted, the more we talk about a racist incident at a game, the next time a fake account will pop up with fake racism just to provoke a reaction, so it gets in the media, it gets on the news, the topic gets brought up. There's a difference between racism on social media, which absolutely does exist, and racism inside the football ground. From my view, what we're seeing now is when we speak about racism more on social media, the genuine instance of racism, and there were some last year, with the incident with Raheem Sterling, and we had some stuff with Mohamed Salah as well. That does happen. That was inside football grounds. But now, because it's become a trend, you're seeing more fake accounts pop up on Twitter with fake racism just to provoke reactions. How to stamp this out, I do not know. Racism does exist in the sport, and we need to remove it. I've said this time and time again. During the game yesterday, there was a couple of incidents where Mohamed Salah and Sadio Mane were through on goal. And I couldn't help but think, one of them in particular, when Sadio Mane was through, he should have gone on his own. He should have been selfish. But I just wonder, was all the overreaction about them not passing to each other, about them being too greedy, about them not liking each other, all the stuff that the fans are putting out on social media, I wonder if that was going through their heads in those instances. And Sadio tried to find a pass to Mo that, quite frankly, wasn't on. We cut Napoli apart on a couple of occasions yesterday, and as Jurgen Klopp said, the decisions in the final third are what cost us. We'll beat Napoli on Anfield as far as I'm concerned, and ourselves and Napoli will probably go through in the group. But I just want to bring that point up because sometimes forwards need to be inherently selfish, and we only call them selfish if they miss. If they score, we never have a problem. And the decision making in the final third against Napoli at times yesterday, I just thought and wondered if that was playing on their minds. Anyway, with that in mind, I hope everybody's doing well. Connor and I are having a lovely time over here in Florida. Saturday wasn't the greatest day, but since that day we've had nothing but love and kindness and respect and a warm welcome in Florida, as we always get when we're over here, or excuse me, as I always get them over here. It's Connor's first time. I hope you're all keeping well. We will be back doing watch-alongs for the Chelsea game on Sunday, so it'll be great to get back and see you all for that one as well. We're finishing up our last couple of days here in Florida, hoping to have some more fun. Spent some time, as I said earlier, in Tampa yesterday with Casey and the Liverpool Supporters Club down there. Thank you very much, the Pokies, for the warm welcome as well, for the hospitality. Everybody down there, whether they were Liverpool fans, whether they were just people attending the bar for lunch or whatever, wonderful, wonderful people. And the city of Tampa was very friendly and welcoming as well. So we've had a good time over here, except for the incident, which I want to address a little bit. The reason I haven't spoken about that incident that happened at the Orlando City game is because I'm still trying to find out one particular piece of information, and I don't want to give out any false information. When I find out this piece of information, I will make a video like this, a pre-recorded video that will give an account of exactly what happened that day. But that's not what I want this to be about. I want this video to be remembered for the incident that happened with the gentleman Stephen in Naples. I want UEFA and I want Liverpool fans and I want football fans around the world to urge each other to cut this shit out. Football fans shouldn't have to worry about their safety when they go and attend a game. Football is the people's game. It's a beautiful game. It's a game where fathers should bring their sons or daughters, Mothers should bring their sons and daughters, families should go together, mates should go together, and you should never have to worry or fear when you go and travel. That's all I want to say from this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up on the stream. Let us know your comments in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. I apologise we haven't been uploading as much, but as you know, we have been travelling. But we will be back on Sunday for the Chelsea game. Until then, up the motherfucking Reds.